The 100 Show, where we keep it 100. The 100 Show.
That right there is a taste of morning coffee. Welcome back to the 100 Show, episode 2. I hope you guys have had a wonderful week. I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday morning, whether you're watching Saturday cartoons, whether you're pouring out your bowl of cereal, your toast, your eggs, whatever, morning coffee. Thank you so much for joining us. Trejo.
Good morning, everybody. I don't have coffee. I have water. But good morning. Thank you for choosing to watch us this morning, or whenever you're watching it during the day, or maybe not even Saturday, but thank you for listening. We truly appreciate you. Hope you all enjoyed episode 1. I know it was our first episode. I think it went pretty good. There's some things we could change and improve on, but overall, I think it was a good episode.
Yeah. We kind of went all over the place at first because we were like, all right, we got to get all this content out. We got to talk about this. We got to talk about that. We got so much we got to talk about. And then when it came down to it, we really didn't even get through everything. We just realized how much we actually talked. So we got a little more structured out. We got to structure it out better. But we've had quite an eventful week with the stuff that's gone on, which we're going to get into fairly soon. But we've had an eventful week in our personal lives. Me and Trejo are we are proud new fathers of Doberman puppies. Well, puppy. He has a puppy and I have a puppy.
Yeah.
Wonderful experience.
Tell them how awesome it is having a brand new Doberman puppy.
All you hear at night is I'm like,
That sounds a lot like what I hear at night too.
He's gotten a lot better. I have a boy. His name's Prince. A little backstory, just quick, long story short. My in-laws had a Doberman. His name was King. I really, really loved that dog. And every time I went over, he was like the dog that would always be around me, always nudging me, always wanting me to pet him. He was such a good dog. But unfortunately, he got into the bad habit of eating everything that was in sight, and it ultimately killed him. It was very sad, very heartbreaking for me. I loved that dog to death, like if it was my own. And so when I found out that they were breeding their male Doberman, her name's Atara, I was like, I want a male Doberman in memory of King, so I named him Prince. And King's full name was King Raja, so my Doberman's name is Prince Raja, as in memory of King.
Yep. They're beautiful dogs.
They are.
I've always loved Dobermans for the longest time, and I finally get one, and it's been a journey. It's only been 2 days.
Yeah, it's been 48 hours since we've had him,
Yeah.
and it's been quite the journey.
It's fun.
Hear them cry, but I have to just remember they're puppies, and everything is my fault. Everything is my fault.
Yes, it is not your fault. It's not the puppy's fault. It is your fault, and you have to deal with cleaning up their poop and their pee every 5 minutes.
And it has that particular smell.
Oh, bro.
It has a particular smell of puppy crap and puppy breath.
I don't mind the puppy breath.
Yeah, I don't mind it either.
But the puppy
poop, it just has that smell.
It's just.
And then we give him we gave him a different food for a day, so then they're diarrhea. Nasty.
I came home from work yesterday. She was in her kennel, and it was everywhere. Oh. The whole apartment smelled like it. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
It's just a puppy.
It's just a puppy. And everything's my fault.
Also, if I sound a little congested, I have allergies right now, so.
It's about to hit me. I've been feeling it. Every morning I'm getting a little more stuff. Even right now, I'm trying to clear my throat. I've got my coffee, but I've also got my water.
Yeah.
A lot of mucus, nasty.
Mm-hmm. This water is saving me right now, and these cough drops in my pocket. But I'm not going to pop one.
So excuse us if we cough into the mic. We'll try to cut those out. But, we got a lot to talk about.
Let's get right into it.
We got so much to talk about. church was phenomenal this weekend. Let me tell you something about the church that Troy and I go to, Legacy Church out of New Mexico. Pastor Steve Smotherman,
Ooh.
great leader. Love that man.
Amazing.
One of the only pastors in America and the whole country really that I've really heard to speak out against the culture. I know I've grown up in the culture of like church and politics should be separated. We should not talk about politics in church, but Pastor Steve has really made me realize and change my perspective and why the church should be getting involved in politics, why Christians should be speaking out against these things that they're trying to do, especially to kids and stuff. Yeah, I'm struggling. Now that you said allergies, I feel like my brain's like, yeah, you do have. We have a lot of them.
Should have mentioned
you're
it.
good. But yeah, Pastor Steve does these things called rants that he does not every Sunday morning, but when things are happening. For example, this past week when we had the satanic, abortion clinic opening up before service, he got up on stage and went off about it, and a couple other things that he spoke on that we're going to mention later on in the show. But we got a lot of good content for you. Atreyo, what you got for us, bro?
So first of all, I'm sure everybody knows there was the State of the Union address this week. I believe it was Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, it was Carpaccio.
Yep.
Trash.
Spoiler alert, it was bad.
That's Joe Biden right there, snoring when he falls asleep.
That's him in the middle of a speech. just Z's out. But, so, yep, State of the Union address. He talked about a lot of things. And there was a lot of things going on as well.
A lot of things he lied about.
Yes.
In particular.
Yes. So, I think the first one we should touch on is... Well, we won't get into, like, the economics and political stuff. We'll have a little fun. What's up with Dr. Jill Biden?
Hold on. Dr. Joe Biden. The second best doctor, only to Dr. Fauci. Continue.
Get it right. So there's this clip circulating. It appears, how whenever everybody's coming in, they introduce each other, shaking hands, kissing babies.
Yeah, all that good stuff.
Well, Jill Biden and Kamala's husband, Doug Emhoff, they took kissing babies literally.
A little too seriously. Hey, yo, Jill, what that mouth do? What that mouth do? Play the clip, bro. We can see it.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh my God.
Watch this.
What is happening? Like, what happened? Like, they're just like, did it happen on accident? They're just like, yeah, baby, see me in the bathroom after the State of the Union. Or we could do it during the State of the Union, one of the two.
One of the two. Doug, if you look back at the clip, Doug has like a little smirk on his face. He's like, yeah, I did that.
Like, yeah, I'm very proud. I just kissed this old white woman.
I kissed the president's wife. Look at me.
On the mouth, dude. Why? I don't understand. Why on the mouth, bro?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If I... Like, my wife's super faithful, like, not throwing her, like, under the bus, but it's just, like, a scenario.
Yeah.
If I saw another dude kissing my wife on the mouth, you best believe that there'd be some problems. He would probably have a bullet somewhere in his body. Or I'd at least beat the living crap out of him.
Yeah.
I saw another dude kissing my wife on the mouth. I'd be like, hey, what you doing?
That, I don't know what that was, bro. Like, I think it's like, I know a lot of older people do it. Like they do the kiss on the cheek thing.
That's in Hispanic culture. Me being Hispanic, it's something that you do when you greet people.
But that was not even close to that.
No, that was like literally like, come here.
Straight lips.
Straight on the mouth. Like, what the hell is going on? And you know what's crazy? Joe Biden will never even realize it happened.
Nope.
He will never even remember. He will never even know.
No.
Joe's so out of it, he won't even know if his wife's cheating on him.
That's sad to say, but yeah, I mean, he probably didn't even know what was happening. He was probably off in La La Land at that time.
Probably off shaking hands with the air, like he usually does. Shaking the air.
Yeah. Announcing, seeing if there's other dead people in the room. Where they at?
He's hallucinating. He's shaking hands of all the dead voters
that
voted for him. in the 2020 election.
Thank you.
But all right, what else we got that happened in the State of the Union? God awful State of the Union address.
So he talked about a lot of things, a lot of things he lied about. One of which, inflation is down officially.
Inflation is down like what 0.1%, bro?
That's why Taco Bell is $29 for two people.
Yeah.
Is that
That's
sign of inflation
yesterday.
being down?
Yeah, last night when we went and got dinner.
Uh-huh.
Me and my wife were like, we don't want to cook, so we're like, let's go hit up Taco Bell. I love Taco Bell. She has to be in the mood for it. A lot of people hate on Taco Bell. I love Taco Bell.
Taco Bell is awesome.
It is busting. But besides the fact, $29 freaking dollars for two people. It's just two combo meals. It's just two combo meals.
Yeah, not even anything like extra. Just some simple stuff.
I'm like, what the hell, man? Oh, look, inflation. Let's look at the facts, okay?
Pull them up.
By the way,
Rudy.
if you guys are not using DuckDuckGo, you guys need to be using DuckDuckGo, okay? DuckDuckGo, when you search up things, it does not suppress any particular articles, none like some other search engines. Google.
Google.
DuckDuckGo does not suppress any articles. It brings you from all sides, both sides. You get to do your research. Well, here's the thing. Inflation right now is around, I have it pulled up here. Oh, I had it here. Oh, here it is. Inflation, how it's going. 8.3% inflation. That's not good. And even if you say it's down, the inflation's still not good.
Probably like 0.1% if it's down.
Yeah, maybe went from 8.5 or like 8.6 to 8.3.
Yeah.
But still, Americans are still getting killed every time they go freaking pay for groceries.
Yeah.
It's still expensive as crap. The inflation rate when President Trump was in office was around 2.1, I think the highest it ever went up was like 2.7. I may be wrong, but somewhere along those lines.
Rough estimate.
Rough estimate stayed in the 2% range. Throughout pretty much all of his presidency, inflation stayed there. It is at 8.3% right now. That is not something to be proud of. And for some reason, Democrats are like, yeah, we're proud of it. The economy's strong. What are you talking about? You ask any average American. I've yet to meet somebody that I know personally that's like, oh, yeah, the economy's great. No, everybody says the economy's trash. It sucks. Gas is still up from where it originally was when Trump left office. People say, "Oh, well, gas is down." Yeah, you're still paying for more gas regardless. It's still higher.
It went down during the mid-elections.
Yeah, it went down
just to look good. But
just to look good.
Right after, back up.
What
like
a
50
coincidence!
cents.
What a coincidence. I think not.
Yeah.
And then 30-year mortgage interest rates.
Ooh.
30-year mortgage interest rates. And this affects me a lot. Me being 23 years old, still, I haven't even been married for over a year. I've only been married for a couple of months. We're trying to get a house, especially because we just got a new dog, and this dog is going to end up being big. We're like, okay, we got to think forward. Like we want to have kids. We want to build a family. We want to wait until we're settled down. We get in a house, and we have the means and the place to provide for a baby. Well, it would be nice if we had 2.65% of interest rates for 30-year mortgage. You know what it is right now? 7.8 freaking percent is the average 30-year mortgage rate. 7%. You know how bad that affects your monthly payment? Like, I'm learning about this stuff. Interest rates affect so much on your monthly payment. 2% to 7% is a massive difference in how much you're going to be paying on your mortgage.
That's freaking bizarre, bro.
So you can't tell me and lie to the American people that the economy's good. It's not. Stop lying to yourself. You're so freaking delusional. You ask the average American, they hate the economy. It's trash. And then, minimum wage has gone up. But yeah, so has everything else. It does not matter. You're playing catch up. Guess what? Everything costs here. It goes up like this. Your wage gets here. It just keeps doing this.
Yeah. Like, how do they not understand that? Like, I don't know. They're just so incompetent, bro. I feel like
they're just dumb. They think the American people are dumb. They think the American people are stupid.
Yeah.
Granted, there are some American people that are pretty darn stupid, but most of them have a brain in between their eyes and realize that this is all complete bull crap.
Well, it's the people that aren't bought into their whatever they're speaking, or they the people that have brains and can do research for themselves and look in the past, like a couple years ago, they can see that inflation's not down or whatever they're saying is straight up lies.
Yeah. Like in what reality are you living in that you're saying the economy is good?
Yeah.
The economy in a freaking pandemic was better
It was.
than right now.
Yeah.
You would think that in pandemic times and people are struggling, people are getting laid off their jobs, that people would be struggling even more. No, people are struggling even more now that a bunch of people have gone back to work. By the way, the pandemic's been over for like over a year. I don't care what you say. The pandemic was over when the vaccine came out.
Yeah.
People just want to keep milking the crap out of this because they want to keep people at home. People keep wanting just free money from the government, stay at home, not work.
Well, they want to keep that power too.
Yeah, they want to keep the power. They don't want to keep doing all the totalitarian emergency power crap.
It's hard to give it up once you have it.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe Biden has proved that he loves having that power.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't take. It's not hard to go back and find like research. It's not hard. Like if we can do it, me and Rudy can do it. Yeah. Anybody can.
Let me tell you something. I quit watching the news. I do not watch CNN. I do not watch MSNBC. I don't even watch Fox News, to be honest with you, because I'm so sick and tired of the mainstream media. It's all bias. It's all lies. You need to listen to shows like this one. If you want facts, we'll give you the facts. On shows like this one, we kind of talk. We like to talk crap. We'll make fun of of certain people. Let me tell you, this show is biased. Okay, I'm being up and honest with you. This show is biased. It's a conservative show. We are two conservative males sitting in here talking about our opinions. But if you want to hear that side, opinionated, it's biased. Yes. Opinion-wise. This show is perfect for you. You got other people that are not so, they're still biased, but they call out, even their own side. Like, we'll do that too. Like, there's Republicans that are terrible that I think should not be. They should not be in whatever office they're serving because they're trash. People like Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney, I forget he's conservative. Mitt Romney should be a Democrat by now. Mitt Romney is garbage. Been a garbage Republican. He's literally just another free seat for Democrats. Trash. But quit watching mainstream media and get off social media when you're looking for news. Don't get on Facebook. Don't get on Twitter to get your news. Stop. Because then you're just going to believe everything that you see on there, and half of it is complete bullcrap.
Yeah. Most of the time, like, it depends on where you get your facts. Like, you can get mainstream media is a perfect example. Because you got Fox on the right, and then you got, like, CNN on the left. Most of the time, the fact, like, the truth or the facts, whatever they're trying to say, is somewhere in the middle. But, like, if that's all, like, if all you're watching is Fox, you're going to only see you only have that right perspective. And they're clearly biased. Mm-hmm. CNN, same way. That's all you're watching, and all those other leftist media companies, they're spitting the same perspective, they're saying the same things, like, word for word. Have you seen those clips?
Yeah.
But that's what you're gonna base your opinion off. Because that's all that they're providing. They're not going to tell you both sides of the story. So I feel like the most healthy way to, I think you should find your opinion for yourself, do your own research, look at both sides and come up with your own conclusion. I feel like that's the best way. But what these people are saying to us, this administration, they're just straight lies, like lying straight to our face. Like, we have computers. It's not 1960.
It boggles my mind how people still believe it. They're like, Joe Biden's a great president. I'm like, what? Like, how do you believe that crap? Like, and you could say, oh, you're probably just a Trump lover. No, let me tell you something about Trump. Trump look, right now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't want Trump to run 2024. His mouth gets him in trouble. He needs to know how to shut up. Yep. Okay, his mouth gets him in trouble. His policies are good. I like his attitude towards people. He's pretty much he was America's big giant middle finger to the establishment in 2016 when he ran and got elected president, and his whole administration. He was just a big fat middle finger for everybody. But now his mouth gets him in trouble too much, and the Democrats know how to beat him. They know how to get under his skin. So there's an example right there. I'm calling that out. Okay.
Yeah.
As a conservative, I don't want Donald Trump to run in 2024. I love the guy. He's probably one of my favorite presidents ever, next to Ronald Reagan, even though I never lived through the 80s. But doing my research, Ronald Reagan was a great president. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know, bro. They think we're dumb, man. I can't get around that. It's just, and if you watch the State of the Union, there's, the Republicans in the room. They were like heckling him because he's just telling straight lies or heckling him.
The dude can't even get through a whole sentence without falling asleep or about to fall asleep. He's so incoherent. It's ridiculous. I'm like, how is this dude even functioning? I'm convinced this dude wears diapers. How does he even know when to go to the bathroom? This guy's crapping himself in the middle of the State of the Union. I'm pretty sure this guy's peeing himself.
Yeah.
It's honestly insane how people still think that this guy's cognitive, that he's able to run the country. Because let me tell you, if the roles were reversed and we had a Republican president like that,
ooh,
everybody would be like, "Oh, he needs to be removed. He's incapable of leading the country. He's incapable he should not have the nuclear codes. He should not blah 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 this and that." Speaking about nuclear codes and military equipment, bro, it's crazy that a man like that he calls the shots.
That's so scary, man.
He calls the shots. I was at a military base not too long ago. One of my good friends, his name's Paul. He became a chief in the Air Force, which is one of the highest achievements you can ever achieve in the Air Force. I think there's only 2,000 people in the entire force that can achieve that rank. And he took us a tour of the base and what he does. It's incredible how advanced military equipment we have. We're able to kill anybody, anytime, anywhere, anyplace.
You can kill somebody from your couch. That's how advanced we are.
It's pretty freaking crazy. And then as me and some of my friends from the friends and coworkers from the church, we're all walking around and we're like, "Wow, this is freaking insane, all this military equipment." I'm like, "Hey guys, you know what's even more insane? The dude that calls the shots with all this equipment can't even complete a sentence.
No.
He's probably crapping himself.
Yeah.
He has to be changed because he's wearing adult diapers because he's that incoherent."
Well, that's probably why, segue, they let that Chinese spy balloon survey the whole country. Yeah, we'll get into that.
We'll get into that. But do you got any more clips? We got some clips showing you how incoherent Joe Biden is.
All right, this first one, it wasn't at the State of the Union. It's at a different event, but
this is pretty recent though. This has kind of been his ongoing thing.
This one's absurd. Take a look.
Oh, he's probably peeing right there.
God is over here.
Himself.
Oh yeah, that was a good one right there. Oh. All right. Where am I? I'm giving the speech.
We're gonna have to change me after that one.
Wake up, Joe.
How recent was that clip? I don't know if it's recent.
I don't know.
I may be wrong.
I don't know.
But let's pull up some ones from the State of the Union that we have.
Okay. This one, I don't even know what he's saying or what point he was trying to get across. He's just yelling like a crazy old man.
Name me a world leader who changed places with Xi Jinping. Name me one. Name me one.
What the hell are you talking about? Name me a world leader. Name me one world leader.
All right. What is he?
What is he talking about?
What's the point?
Why are we talking about Xi Jinping?
Yeah. All right.
Besides his spy balloon that he had going around, our airspace. I don't know if you have this clip pulled up, but there's another one where he's He yells some straight gibberish, and then all the Democrats are like, yes.
Oh, I wish
yes,
I know what you're talking
yes.
about. I wish I had that one. I know.
There was one where he was talking, and he's like, and all the Democrats are like, woo! Yeah!
Go, Joe!
Yeah! It doesn't matter how bad the freaking speech is. It doesn't matter how incoherent this man is. The media and the Democrats will forever go, oh my God, Joe, sucking him off. No matter how bad the freaking speech is, this is all the media does. Oh, it's such a great, it was the greatest speech of all time. Oh my God, it was so good. Like, shut the hell up. What are you talking about? The man can't even complete a sentence to save his life.
No. There's no like context clues or anything to that. That's it. It's like his main like point, the punchline was gibberish, and everybody stood up. I got one more. This one is probably one of my favorites. Let's take a look.
More than half the women in my cabinet, more than half the people in my cabinet, more than half the women in my administration are women.
Today, Joe. Oh my God.
Yep, that's our president, everybody.
That is the most powerful man on earth and has all of our nuclear codes to blow up anywhere in the world.
Yep. Number
He's in
one
control of that.
military power.
Yeah. That is their
that's
commander in
who's
chief.
in charge.
Yeah, that's who's in charge. And then you wonder why we have a Chinese spy balloon coming around our airspace and why Russia's like, we're just going to invade Ukraine.
Yeah.
Joe Biden ain't going to do crap about it.
Nothing.
Nope.
Yep.
Nothing. And China's probably looking at Taiwan. They're probably like,
They didn't do nothing with Ukraine, so I think we could
who knows
get
when
away
that's
with
going to
this.
happen. I think it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, bro, that's freaking scary. But just how does this spy balloon like even get into like our country? Like, don't we have like precautions or something?
I don't even know how
to shoot it down before it even crosses.
How the heck it gets into our airspace? Like, I don't understand. And then they're like, oh, it's our weather balloon. Why do you need a weather balloon in our airspace, number one?
Yeah.
Why? What
we
is
have
the
our
point?
own.
Yeah. We don't need you to do that for us.
Yes.
Like, why is weather balloon? That's like, we're not dumb.
Yeah.
We're not stupid. We know that the Chinese the people in the Chinese government have been spying on our country for decades. And if you've never watched this documentary called The Enemy Within, it's on Daily Wire. Incredible documentary. It's like a short little series, like 25 minutes each episode. I think it's like 6 episodes or something, 6 to 8 episodes, and it's like different areas of our like our culture and institutions that the Chinese have infiltrated and kind of spread their propaganda. You know what's so like odd that the Chinese they want to propagate their stuff in the United States. But when it comes to United States propagating their own things in China, they don't want it.
No.
They don't want that. They don't want American culture infiltrating Chinese culture.
That's why they have the limit on their TikTok.
Yeah.
They have like a time limit.
I think it's like 40 minutes a day.
Yeah. And what's only allowed is like very educational stuff. Like, you don't have like these stupid clips we have here. I'm sure a lot of y'all have TikTok. Just look at your For You page. And I'm sure in China, there's nothing like that. It's probably just like science experiments and just a bunch of educational stuff. But
yeah. And here, they've made it to be this addictive app that kids and teenagers just endlessly scroll through mindlessly. Yeah. And then you get all this left-leaning propaganda. I can't tell you the amount of left-leaning propaganda that I see on TikTok of all this homosexual garbage, of all this trans garbage, all this crap that they're trying. A little kid can just stumble upon that scrolling through.
Yeah.
They don't allow that in China. I'll tell you that much.
It's sad that
it's crime.
That Communist Party is smarter than us.
Yeah.
With social media.
Yeah.
They understand the dangers of it.
It's crazy how smart they are with their own country about that kind of stuff. But when it comes to the Western world like us, they're like, oh yeah, let's get them addicted to it. Like they
understand. It's
a strategy. And people are too stupid to realize that.
Yep. Oh. That's why I don't have TikTok. I'm
guilty as charged. I still have it just because, like, Instagram. I don't like Instagram Reels. Like I have a lot of people I follow on TikTok that put some good content out when it comes to like video games and stuff, and then clips like that of Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Like you see him on Instagram, but I don't know. I need to delete TikTok
Yeah.
off my phone. I keep telling myself I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. I mean,
The Chinese has my information. I don't
yeah,
care. Whatever.
they already have it. I mean, and they probably have mine because my wife has TikTok, and if you look at the terms of service, they have access to your contacts. So
My wife has it too, and it's like
they got me.
my mom has it. My mom sends me TikToks all the freaking time, and I'm like,
Just be careful on TikTok.
yeah, just be careful on TikTok if you have it. I
Yeah.
advise you not to have it
Don't
if you don't have it.
I mean, there's these like YouTube and Instagram. They're all doing the same thing.
Yeah, they have their shorts and stuff, and reels and shorts, and
Yeah.
you know,
You can get TikTok. A lot of people just repost TikTok videos on there.
yeah.
You get the same thing. I mean, you might not be up. Might not be on the latest trends, but I mean, it's still the same thing.
Yeah.
But just social media in general, you just gotta be careful.
Yeah, you do. Social media is a danger
Yeah.
too.
Like that TikTok format of just scrolling, bro. That's so addictive.
It is, 'cause it's just like the short little videos, and then there's like a category. So like the For You page, I noticed that when you like certain things, it'll start pushing those things that you'll be
Yeah,
interested in.
the
So like, for me,
algorithm.
is like video games. So like I play a lot of video games, so like a lot of gaming news or clips are constantly being pushed to me. Lately, I've been getting on this trend of like nostalgia, the nostalgia core or whatever, like
Yeah.
showing you like a bunch of pictures of like, oh, you remember the snacks when you were a kid? You remember when elementary school was like this?
Yeah.
So I love that stuff. I'm consistently scrolling to that stuff. I really haven't found that stuff anywhere else, so like Instagram. So that's part of the reason why I'm still on TikTok is
Yeah.
for that stuff.
TikTok's really good though for like businesses, and I mean, even if you're just trying to like be like a creator or whatever, you
Bro,
could blow up pretty quick.
I had a personal TikTok.
Follow our TikTok, by the way.
Get it? Yeah, follow our TikTok. I don't know what's the username. It's so new that I'm like
It'd probably be like the 100 Show podcast,
the 100 Show podcast, something like that.
something like that.
You'll
It's not
find it.
made, but follow it.
Yeah, by the time this recording is uploaded, it'll be up.
Yeah,
I lost my train of thought.
you're good.
I was like talking about TikTok. Maybe it'll come back. But Trejo, you got our stuff that we're going through.
All right, we'll move on. We talked about inflation. He talked about the state of the economy. We kind of touched on that
Yeah,
already.
we kind of touched on it already.
Jobs.
Oh, jobs.
Jobs are up.
Yeah, because people have gone back to work.
Yeah. If you're looking back from when he entered office, which is mid-pandemic, nobody was working really. I mean, they shut the whole country down.
Yeah.
So that base is already like it's an irregular like base to judge it on.
It is. And even then, something that I heard Ben Shapiro say this week was like, the president doesn't really create jobs. It's businesses that do.
Yeah.
Businesses expanding, and they create the jobs, not the president. So that's always been a lie of like the government creates jobs. Unless it's like federal jobs, that's different. But as far as businesses creating jobs, president does not create jobs.
Yeah, unless it's like super like extreme circumstances. Like, I mean, whenever like in the beginning of like this country, I forgot what it's called, but it feels like Roosevelt. He passed this bill which would build a bunch of like different stuff in the country. Like even here in our town, I forgot what the deal was. We learned in school, but they built our like little like city hall building, which, I mean, in that case you can because it's a bunch of infrastructure in the country, but I feel like it's still not like a big impact that they can create. They only create a certain amount of jobs, and they gotta be jobs people want to do. And in this day and age, a lot of people don't want to work.
Yeah, they don't. They're like, I've been at home for the whole pandemic. The government's giving me free unemployment.
Mm-hmm.
I can live off this unemployment, and it's like, all right, I'm just gonna stay at home. Why go to
Why
work?
not? I feel most people were making more than like an hourly worker on unemployment.
That's ridiculous, dude. That's ridiculous.
I wouldn't go back to work if I was making like $1,000 every 2 weeks.
And then those people that have too much time on their hands are mindlessly scrolling through TikTok.
Yes, that's how they get you.
That's how they get you.
Or
That's
you
how
can
they
waste-
get you to be lazy.
You waste so many hours just scrolling.
I'm guilty on it, bro. Sometimes my bathroom trips turn from 5 minutes to 15 to 20 because I'm
Yep.
too busy scrolling on that freaking
I know,
app, man.
yeah.
It's addicting. It's dangerous. You need to be careful how much
Yes.
you're on there.
So jobs are up. Says
They're
so Joe
up.
Biden.
They're up.
Yeah.
Right.
Based on his statistics or whatever he's getting his facts from.
But then if you haven't watched State of the Union, go back and watch it. It's garbage. It's just a nice. It's a good time to have a little laugh at the incoherence of Joe Biden. But anyways, we're gonna move on to something that we found out this week that is happening in the state of New Mexico. Atreo, fill us in, bro.
All right, this one's a long one, but so there's this new bill that the New Mexico government is trying to pass. It's called HB 7. I'll just read this for y'all. So HB 7 seeks to ban any restrictions by local and state level lawmaking bodies. It will force all New Mexico public institutions that receive public funding, such as schools and teachers, to facilitate any request for abortion and gender-affirming health care. It will penalize anyone who directly or indirectly denies, restricts, or interferes with a person's ability to access or provide abortion or gender-affirming care. HB 7 seeks to ban any restrictions by local and state-level lawmaking bodies, such as Clovis and Portales. It potentially violates the constitutional rights of all New Mexicans for due process, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and equal protection. It penalizes New Mexicans under threat of prosecution with civil penalties up to $5,000 for exercising any of these constitutional rights.
By the way, if you want to sign the petition for this is if you live in New Mexico. If you live in New Mexico, please sign this petition. It is www.nm, so New Mexico abbreviated, nmallianceforlife.org. That is the place where you want to sign the petition. If you live in New Mexico, please go sign that petition. Also, if you live in New Mexico, please call your state representative and ask them respectfully to oppose HB 7. And you can find your lawmaker at www.nmlegis.gov/members. That is www.nmlegis.gov/members. And then I think that'll take you to the link there.
Yeah.
So
please go sign that petition if you're a New Mexico citizen.
Yes, because that right there is absolutely disgusting, bro. Are you kidding me right now? So you want to force teachers to help a student with resources when it comes to abortion or gender affirming health care. Like, what in the right mind makes you think that's okay? What if a teacher has specific religious beliefs? So teachers are Christian or Orthodox Jew or Muslim, and they don't believe in when it comes to gender affirming healthcare or any of that sexuality garbage and abortion. The Christian, Orthodox Jew, Muslims, they all don't believe in abortion. They believe abortion is murder.
Yep. Which it is.
Which it is. It's not even. It's not even a constitutional issue. This is just an issue of morality. Okay, this is just an issue of morality, and not only that is a violation of our freedom of religion and freedom of speech, big time. Let me tell you why it is a violation of freedom of religion. Just like what I just said, Christian, Orthodox, Jew, Muslim that doesn't believe in gender affirming healthcare, that does not agree and wanted to facilitate helping a student get the care that they need without consent of the parent, I'm guessing, that they don't agree with that because that goes against their religion. Well, guess what? Guess what the government wants to do? Guess what the Mexico government wants to do? Here, we're going to fine you $5,000 because you're not complying to our policy.
Yep.
We don't care if it's against your religion. Guess what? That doesn't matter. So therefore, that is a violation of your freedom of religion because now you can't practice your religious beliefs. And Democrats are saying, "Oh yeah, you can practice your religious beliefs." They want you to practice your religious beliefs within your four walls.
Yeah.
Your four walls of your church. That's not how it works. You're not.
No.
You're supposed to practice your when you're for example, like we said in our last episode, me and Atreyo were saved. We're firm believers in the Lord Jesus Christ. He's forgiven us for our sins, and we follow Him. We are called to be like Christ.
Mm-hmm.
In Scripture, it says we are called to be like Christ. Not called to be like Christ in our four walls, and when we leave the church, we could go and do whatever the hell we want. No. We are called to be more like Christ in everything that we do in our lifestyle, the way we talk to people, the way we treat people, how we handle our finances, everything. It is a lifestyle.
Facts.
Religion is a lifestyle. It affects everything that you do. And it affects your beliefs, kind of how we talked in our previous episode. This is why we believe what we believe.
Yep.
And then freedom of speech, because now if you speak against it, if a child comes up to you, some 5-year-old kid that shouldn't even be thinking about their sexuality, most 5-year-old kids. I've yet to meet a 5-year-old kid that talks about their sexuality. Let me tell you, I have a little cousin. She's more like my niece or little sister that I never had. Her name's Leah. She's 6. I think about to be 7 this year. She's 6 years old. Not once have I ever even gotten close to discussing with her sexuality. Why? Because a 5 to 6-year-old is not thinking about that garbage. They're not. They're a kid. They're doing kid things. They're not worried about their freaking sexuality. That doesn't matter. And these freaking liberal lunatic teachers are trying to instill that doctrination into their heads. Kids don't care about that.
They don't. That's the last thing. I don't even think they understand the concept of it. Like, sexuality, I don't know. Like, we started learning about sexuality in school in like...
I was in 8th grade.
8th grade?
No, I lied. When we were first introduced into sex ed, I already knew what it was.
Yeah.
Because I was introduced to pornography through friends when I was like in 5th grade. 5th grade is when I was introduced to pornography. So I learned all that stuff.
I was going to say. That's like, we had like that. We had like, they would get like the boys and girls and they would go, like, we'd have a day where they would talk about, you know, this is what happens, or, you know, but that was like 5th grade. How old are you, like 5th grade?
Like 10, 11?
Yeah. But like, they were informing you of everything. But they're trying to push this on, like you said, 5 and 6-year-olds, saying that, if they want to have life-changing surgery, let them have it. It's okay. If their parents allow it, it's okay. It doesn't work like that.
Let me tell you something. If a 5 to 6-year-old around that age, even up, 5-year-old and up, if a kid that age comes up to you and starts questioning their sexuality or asks questions about their sexuality, it's not because they thought about that on their own accord. The reason why they're asking that question is because somebody, whether social media, TV show, or a freaking teacher or lunatic parent, talked to them about that and showed them that. Not on their own accord did they ever think about their sexuality.
Yeah.
The reason why they're thinking about it and they're questioning it is because somebody talked to them about it.
Yep.
Somebody indoctrinated them, telling them that you could explore your sexuality. If you don't feel like you're a boy, you can be a girl, vice versa. Somebody has talked to that child. They do not think about it on their own accord. Since the beginning of time, we never had that issue with 5-year-olds, little kids questioning their sexuality until now. Why? Because a bunch of these freaking pedophile predators are teaching them and talking to them about that garbage.
True. Just look at Disney, what all they're pushing.
Bro, I don't know if you saw this recently. I forgot that the Proud Family was rebooted. I loved the Proud Family when I was a kid, the original. In fact, my wife and I started watching it. We pulled it up on Disney Plus, and we're like, "Oh, this is the new one."
Yep.
And then it was so weird, like seeing it like rebooted.
Yeah.
But then we went back to the original, And we're like, oh my God, it really looked like that? It looked like crap. It was
Uh-huh.
like so grainy.
Yeah.
It looked so old. I was like,
Uh-huh.
my God, I'm not like old, but I'm like, my God, it makes me feel old. I'm like, it's been such a long time. Well, in the new one of the guys in the friend group, he's like a freaking drag queen.
Are you serious?
Yes, and the little kid show. Some kid can stumble upon that on Disney Plus, dude.
Well, there was also in that Proud Family.
Yeah.
There's an episode about like them protesting the Black Lives Matter and all that stuff.
Yeah, they're talking about the whole, like, America was founded on a racial injustice, blah 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 blah. They had this whole spiel.
It's still systematically racist. It's crazy, bro.
Well,
Even like kids YouTube. I saw this post. This dude like created like a kid's YouTube account, like from scratch, nothing like new email, all that, and like you know how when you sign up for a new social media, they like, here, what are your interests? Here, click this, click this. I don't think he did anything, and one of the first videos that popped up is kids meeting a or a non-binary person. And it was just videos and videos of the LGBTQ people, and it's crazy. It's crazy how they're pushing this on the kids.
You know, it's crazy. This is my theory on why they're pushing this on kids. They've started with college students and high school students, kind of indoctrinating them through social media and stuff, teaching them a left-leaning agenda. People that are really in their 40s and plus, even 50s and plus, you're not gonna change their mind. That generation thinks a certain way, and it's not changing.
Yep.
A lot of them disagree with the LGBTQ movement. They don't like it. They think it's wrong. Or a lot of those people that maybe are in that movement, that are maybe gay or lesbian or whatever, they are, but that's their own life. They're free to do whatever they want and kind of just keep it to themselves.
Yeah.
You can't really change that generation anymore. They're kind of set in their own ways. You can still mold and teach high school to college age kids the left-leaning agenda to teach them how to think that way and indoctrinate them in that culture. But now what they're trying to do is now they're going even further and trying to rise up a generation that is completely left thinking.
Yeah. I agree. They're starting early,
Coming after these kids, dude.
and it makes sense. Like your brain is so young, even to like, I mean, college students, up to you're a college student or that age, you're so heavily influenced by everything around you, and especially if growing up in elementary, hearing that, it's gonna become normal to you. It's gonna be, and then when you look at people who don't think like that, you're like, why do you not think like that? It's we're gonna become the rare people if on this trajectory. We're gonna become the crazies that don't want to, abide with society, and we're gonna become the outcasts. I feel like if we keep going this way, especially as Christians, we're gonna be prosecuted like crazy because we're not following them with this bullcrap agenda.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. All right, moving on to our next segment. We got this Libs of TikTok post that Atreo came upon, and he's going to talk to us about it.
Libs of TikTok. If you have Twitter, God bless you. Twitter's a crazy place.
Luckily, thank God, Elon Musk about it.
Yes.
God bless
Thank
Elon
you.
Musk. God bless you, Elon.
Yes. But there's this page on Twitter called Libs of TikTok. Essentially, they post libs on TikTok, just their crazy posts, them raging, whatever. But this one, I came across. I follow them. It's a picture. They said the caption reads, Putnam City, Oklahoma offers the pornographic book, Let's Talk About It, to students. The book encourages exploring kink on the internet, watching porn, and using sex toys. So, and they post pictures of some of what's in the book. I'll read a couple of these highlighted sentences for y'all. So, this first one, it says, a great place to research fantasies and kink safely is on the internet. There are tons of people and communities out there who share your interests and have all kinds of advice. Another one says, when consumed right, porn can help you discover new aspects of your sexuality and help you safely explore kinks and fantasies. So do your research, look up interviews with your fave porn performers, go to the sites they recommend, and pay for your porn. Oh my gosh.
Pay?
Yes, I didn't
Pay for your porn?
It said that.
Telling kids to pay for porn?
Yep.
Bro, what?
And so there's a lot more. There's very graphic images of how to masturbate, of normal sex, just weird stuff. Oh my gosh.
Bro, that's freaking. Oh my god.
But this book is targeted to kids.
You know what I would do if my kid ever came home with a book like that? You better best believe I'd be at that school. You better best freaking believe that I'd be after that teacher.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. You're telling me you're giving a book to kids, telling them how to masturbate, how to use sex toys, explore their sexuality? Bro, what has our world come to? We went from like, if we catch a kid watching porn, we're like, we gotta explain to them, like, look, man, like, this is not real. It's fake.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not good for you mentally. Like, you shouldn't be looking at that stuff. Yeah. Now it's like, oh, go look at it. Just go on. Go explore it for yourself.
Go pay for it.
Go pay for it.
Go buy your favorite OnlyFans.
Go get a subscription at Brazzers and watch it. Yeah. That's literally what they're telling little kids.
Bro, what the world and the liberals are afraid to talk about is the dangers of porn.
Yeah, they don't want to talk about the dangers of porn. Mm-hmm. They don't want to talk about how it increases the chances of affairs and marriages. Yep. They don't want to talk about how it affects the self-esteem of particularly males and females too.
Majority, I feel like males.
Majority males. Males are the biggest consumers of pornography, but females too. Too. They've in the last several years, the amount of consumption by females has, like, I think it's skyrocketed.
Yeah, it's up there now.
Yeah, it affects the self-esteem of males particularly,
and it just creates like a false idea of what actual sex is, and
yeah, it does.
You can't talk to women correctly.
Mm-hmm.
I've struggled with it, and it has a toll on your mental.
Yeah, it does. It messes with your mental ability to talk to women, how you look at women, how you feel about women.
It's a big time waster.
Yeah, big time waster.
A lot of time. It's just bad for you.
Can cause erectile dysfunction.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
From jacking off too much.
6 times a day.
All these consequences that the left doesn't want to talk about.
But they praise it instead. Like if a celebrity comes out and they have OnlyFans, they get praised for it.
It's like, what?
And they call it sex work. Like, if you talk bad about it, oh, you're the devil.
You're a bigot.
Yeah. They praise it nowadays.
I don't get it, man, because it's fake. Pornography is fake.
Mm-hmm.
It is not the way you're gonna. For any of you, if you're a young person that you're watching, if you've never had a sexual encounter, and if all you've seen is pornography, let me tell you something. As a married man, pornography is fake. Your sexual encounter is nothing. Let me say it one more time. Nothing like anything that you see in porn.
Yep.
Your actual sexual encounter will be nothing like it. You'll be left disappointed. I'm not saying that came out really wrong. I'm not saying I was disappointed. I'm not disappointed at all. In fact,
that's a great time, actually.
Yeah, it's amazing. Sex in a marriage is incredible. It is a great time. But what I'm trying to say is that if you just consume porn so much, that's been your only sexual encounter, your only sexual experience is pornography. Once you get to have actual sex, you'll be left disappointed.
Yep,
is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, you will. I mean, because if that's your only representation of what sex is, you've never. Well, I hope if you're not married, shouldn't be, but it just twists it, and it's like WWE, for MMA, the real deal. That's sex, and then porn is you got your WWE.
Yeah.
It's just a show. It's freaking. You got actors. It's crazy, bro.
It's all fake.
Yeah.
You know,
There's nothing real about it.
your average dude is not gonna have a 12-inch schlong.
Yeah.
You know, and and then when you look at women, you're gonna search for a
The perfect
female that
yeah.
looks like that.
Yeah.
I want a female that looks like this, that she can do this. Guess what, buddy? You're gonna be searching.
Yep.
You might find her.
And it ain't gonna be.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
It ain't gonna be a 30-minute to hour encounter.
No, it's not.
It'll be a fraction of that.
It'll be a fraction of that.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yep.
You last that long.
Props to you.
Props to you. Oh man.
It's just insane. They're allowing this in the schools. And I saw this other post. It's like they were saying, "Oh, you Christian conservatives banning these books in our schools. Well, guess what? We can just order from Amazon and give them straight to our kids anyways."
Teacher said that or parents said that?
I think it was parents.
Oh, well, yeah, liberal lunatics.
Yeah.
Parents. I feel bad for those kids,
Me
man.
too.
That feels it's so awful.
It's so
man.
sad.
To me, it's freaking child abuse.
Yeah.
That's freaking child abuse right there.
It is. Well, yeah, especially if you're signing your kid up to have a life-altering surgery at 16. Bro, there's so many of them that like regret it after.
Yeah, the amount of regret from people that make these
Mhm.
life-altering surgeries.
Yes.
And people say, well, only if trans people were accepted, only if people would accept them. Here's the thing: the acceptance is the highest it's ever been.
Yes.
Let me tell you this: you're never gonna reach full acceptance.
Okay.
Never.
Watch this. So the suicide rate in the trans community is super high, right? It's
Yeah.
like it's the highest out of any like
You know the
demographic. It's like it's 40-something%. I'll look
at
it up
that. Look at
right
that.
now.
Let's see what Google says. Let's see what biased opinion Google has to say about it. And while he's looking that up, I was going to say this too. It's kind of incredible how they're pushing this agenda down the throats of children. I was talking to this to a trail, obviously off camera and off show. It boggles my mind how trans and gays and lesbians, the whole LGBT community wants to feel accepted. They want to be accepted, which, like we were saying, the acceptance rate, like, it's highest it's ever been. It's become pretty much normal to anybody who's left leaning. But yet they know that everybody does not accept them yet. They know there's still a huge group, a large majority of group. People think it's not a majority, but it is. There's a silent majority, I believe, of people that don't agree with the agenda. They want their lifestyle to be justified and praised by little kids. Does that sound like good to you? That sounds disgusting. That to me is like predatorial behavior. Like, well, I'm going to show this 5-year-old kid that I'm a man and I like men. I like taking it up the butthole. I'm gonna let them know that that's my sexual gratitude and that's my sexual preference. And I'm going to teach those kids that if they want to have that sexual preference, they can too. You're going to teach that to a freaking 5-year-old? You want a 5-year-old to justify your lifestyle?
Mm.
That's predatorial, bro. I don't care what you say. That's disgusting. There's shame on you if you believe that. That's disgusting, dude. You want to teach a 5-year-old kid to praise and justify your sexual behavior. That's disgusting, dude.
Yeah.
Nasty.
So I found it. It was a little higher than I was saying.
What is it?
It is so it's so they go based off like the youth. They're talking about youth right now, but the youth considering suicide
Mm-hmm.
is about 54% in California.
54%?
Yeah, and then in more states, it's Texas 56%, Florida 54%, New York 50%. It's around that 50% of people who consider, like the trans community who consider suicide.
It's around 50% of people that consider suicide. 50%.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. So they're probably have the highest suicide consideration and rate. But this generation is the most accepting, right? So why is that percentage still so high? It doesn't make sense. Like, we're the most accepting, Gen Z, this newer generation considers himself the most inclusive generation. But why is that percentage so high then?
You got a point. I can't argue that. Like, honestly, I can't argue that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't have an explanation. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And that's a question I have for libs.
Yeah.
For liberals, why is the suicide rate still so freaking high?
Mm-hmm. And I don't think it goes down. Well, their argument too is, well, they're suicidal because they're not comfortable in their body. So let's give them this surgery and it'll make it better. But
a lot of them still end up killing themselves.
Yeah, it doesn't go down significantly. It stays about the same, and it's doing more harm than good. Because a lot of them, if you're super young, it was probably a phase and they grow out of it, but they regret it because you can't go back to it. Especially surgeries, a lot of these hormones, you can't be reversed. Everybody, yeah, it's scary.
That's crazy.
And I feel bad for them. Like,
yeah, that's sad. Like,
I feel bad.
Don't
for
get
them.
me wrong. Like, we're not in any way be like, oh, ha ha, they're killing themselves. No, that's sad.
Yeah,
that is honestly sad. That's so heartbreaking.
Imagine chopping off a piece of my body when I was like 16, 17, even 18, which wasn't that long ago. I'm a different person now.
Yeah. Your mindset changes. Like, when I was 16, 17, 18, I did not picture myself where I'm at right now.
Same. Nope.
I don't know where I picture myself the next 5 years.
Yeah.
And to think that I would chop a part off my body, that I would chop my penis off.
Yeah. And my concern for all this, it's not hatred. It's really empathy. Like, they're pushing this so hard on these kids and making them make decisions before they even know what they're doing. Like, a kid that young doesn't have the foresight to be like, oh, this might affect me when I'm, 20, when I'm trying to get married and have kids or whatever. They don't have that foresight.
It's crazy. Like, here's how I see it right now. This thought just came into my head. Talking about foresight, talking about the future. Just imagine, like you said, they don't have the foresight. They can't see as far in the future. And when they make a life-altering surgery, they eliminate an entire population of people that they can be with to be with someone.
Yeah.
So let's say down the line, as a dude, you chop off your penis and you get down the line and you find some really hot chick that you like, dang.
Mm-hmm.
I was you're still a man if you chop off your penis. I mean, you're a man till the day you die. But you're like, dang, if I wouldn't have made my life-altering surgery, if I was still, acting like a man and embracing my masculinity, maybe I could have a chance with this chick. And this chick doesn't want you because of what you've done to yourself.
Mm-hmm. And
That's
say you've grown out of that.
You grew out of it, and now you can't be with somebody that you particularly would want to be.
Mm-hmm.
You're now restricted to a specific group of people.
Uh-huh.
If that makes sense.
Or you might not even be able to, have sex, or in general.
Here's the thing, they've even said scientifically that when those life-altering surgeries are made, so let's say, for example, oh my god, I saw an animation one time of how they tear a penis apart. Oh my god, dude, it hurt me. I was like, they do that to your penis to make it into a vagina?
It's mutilation.
Mutilation.
It's mutilation.
And then I heard you can't feel crap. You can't even feel it.
Uh-uh.
And it smells like doo-doo.
Uh-huh.
I've heard they say it smells like piss in booty hole forever. That's nasty.
Yeah, I've heard there's a lot of problems that come with it, like infections, and I heard this sad story of this little girl that she got pressured into doing it. Or maybe she wanted to do it herself, but her mom was calling doctors because she grew out of it. It was a phase to her, but she had this surgery where I think I don't know if she was trying to be to a male to female or female to male. I don't know what it was, but like she couldn't get any pleasure down there because it was all jacked up. They cut it all up. They mutilated her, and the mom was pissed. She's like trying to get the doctors to do something about it, and they can't do nothing because, first of all, I feel like it's super early. Like I don't think in the past nobody was doing these surgeries, so there's like no research on it. There might be, but that's just I don't know if there is. But how are you gonna like reverse that? There's no way to reconstruct a penis after you've chopped it up and made sushi out of it. There's no way.
Oh, and you can't feel it. That's the worst part is you can't feel anything. You're just like, yeah, that's sex. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You feel anything?
It's gone.
I don't feel a thing.
It's gone.
The pleasure's gone.
Yeah.
Forever.
And then on top of all the other health issues that it comes with, stacked on top of it.
That's sad, bro. That's just so sad to me. Like
if you're an adult, go ahead, do whatever you want. But the kids, stop pushing it on those kids, man. And stop forcing normal people to, follow these rules. And
yeah, you want people to first you wanted people to tolerate you, now you want people to celebrate you.
Yeah.
You want to force
Stop
people
forcing
to
us
celebrate.
to accept your language. Stop trying to change language that's been around thousands of years.
Stop trying to make everybody conform to your feelings because it's not gonna. You're not ever gonna succeed. Here's the thing: you have to learn something. Not everybody in the world's gonna like you.
Nope.
You're not gonna be liked by everybody. People are not gonna like you. That's just the nature of it. You just have to get over it. Stop being such a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Get over yourself.
Yep.
So, Trey, what else you got for us, bro? That we haven't hit yet.
All right, we're flying through these. We're doing pretty good this time.
How far are we at? We're like almost at an hour.
Oh, we've passed an hour.
Oh, we've passed an hour.
Like almost an hour and a half.
Wow.
Yep.
Impressive.
Yep. All right. Oh, this one's fun. So, as we mentioned before, Elon Musk bought Twitter.
Oh yeah.
But before, the past regime that was, manning Twitter. They didn't do. They were colluding with the government as it came out in the Twitter files. There's a lot of sketchy stuff going on with Twitter and the U.S. government and Twitter and censoring. Stories that could really change the elections. The Hunter Biden story. They proved that they censored that, and that could have been a big turning point in the 2020 election. They've censored a lot of stuff. They've labeled, during the pandemic, they labeled, stuff that's accepted nowadays with the vaccine. They labeled it misinformation back then.
The whole masks weren't, that if you said masks weren't effective, you'd be banned or shadow banned or you'd be, roasted on Twitter for misinformation. And now all of a sudden, guys,
now all this is accepted.
Masks really weren't that effective. Yeah. Really? We've been saying that for the past 2 freaking years.
But if you said that on Twitter, they would ban you, label you misinformation.
That's retarded.
So, I'll get back on topic. So they're doing a little trial with all the old Twitter execs. I don't know if it's like in the Supreme Court. I don't know what. I
think it's the House Committee.
Okay, that's what it is.
House Committee of Investigation, I think is what it's called.
Yeah. So they're just grilling these Twitter execs. All the stuff they did, it's wild.
Which clip is it? Is it the Marjorie Taylor Greene?
I don't have that one, but I have.
I think I can airdrop it to you if I can.
Yeah, send me that. I have another one about how do you say this girl's name? Vijaya Gadde. I don't know. She's a Twitter exec. She testifies under oath on suppression of Hunter Biden laptop story.
Always remained.
I'll play this clip.
All right.
Defending free expression and maintaining the health of the platform required difficult judgment calls. Most applications of Twitter's rules were fact-intensive, subject to internal debate, and needed to be made very quickly. We recognize that after applying our rules, we might learn that some of them did not work as we imagined and that we would need to update them. We always remained open to new information from our customers and critics regarding our policies and enforcement. At times, we also reversed course. For example, on October 14, 2020, the New York Post tweeted articles about Hunter Biden's laptop with embedded images that looked like they may have been obtained through hacking. In 2018, we had developed a policy intended to prevent Twitter from becoming a dumping ground for hacked materials. We applied this policy to the New York Post tweets and blocked links to the articles embedding those source materials. At no point did Twitter otherwise prevent tweeting, reporting, discussing, or describing the contents of Mr. Biden's laptop. People could and did talk about the contents of the laptop on Twitter or anywhere else, including other much larger platforms, but they were prevented from sharing the primary documents on Twitter. Still, over the course of that day, it became clear that Twitter had not fully appreciated the impact of that policy on free press and others. As Mr. Dorsey testified before Congress on multiple occasions, Twitter changed its policy within 24 hours and admitted its initial action was wrong. This policy revision immediately allowed people to tweet the original articles with the embedded source materials. Relying on its long-standing practice not to retroactively apply new policies, Twitter informed the New York Post that it could immediately begin tweeting when it deleted the original tweets, which would have freed them to retweet the same content again. Defending free expression and maintaining the
Yep, that's your Twitter exec admitting to suppressing that story.
Wow.
The New York, was it what?
It was the New York Post,
New York Post
tweet about the Hunter Biden laptop thing that they suppressed before the
a very
2020
prominent
election.
newspaper outlet.
Very credible news outlet.
Yep. Because they said because it looked like it was from a hacking means.
It was Russian disinformation.
Yep.
And that they say the story had a potential to sway the outcome of the 2020 election.
That's the craziest part of it. Like, there's that. I don't know.
Bro, Hunter Biden is over here smoking crack next to classified documents. Next to classified, he's smoking crack in the same place of classified documents. Who knows how many people went through Joe Biden's house that had those classified documents, bro? That weren't really even his. He was not even president. The only people that have the ability to declassify the information is former president. So Barack Obama would be the only one that would be able to declassify that information. And as far as I know, Obama hasn't said crap, so it's still classified information.
Yeah.
So he wasn't supposed to have that crap in the first place.
How'd he get it? Daddy Biden? I don't know. Or then his suspicious dealings with China, getting the money from them.
Bro, you never know if they passed out that information to China. We don't know. We don't know what happened. We can't say.
It kind of makes like if they did, or the Biden family was in cahoots with China. I mean, it kind of makes sense with that spy balloon and the weird rant that Joe Biden was going on about.
He's losing his mind, but
that's true. But conspiracy. Did the Chinese government pay off the Biden family?
I don't know. This is the Chinese government has paid off a lot of people.
Yeah. Are they? Is China telling them to put all these laws in place to destroy their country?
They might just do it with TikTok.
Yeah. I don't even know why they need a spy balloon. They need it. TikTok's all they need.
Yeah, that's all they need. Social media propaganda is all they need.
Mm.
In that same hearing, Yoel Roth, I think is his name, former Twitter exec. I sent you that video. Marjorie Taylor Greene, which I'm not particularly a big fan of Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's kind of psycho sometimes.
She's a little kooky.
But how she rips this dude apart in this clip is freaking hilarious.
Take a look.
Saying Hillary won, but in 2020, no one could question elections saying Trump won. You abuse the power of a large corporation, big tech, to censor Americans. And you want to know something? Guess what? I'm so glad that you're censored down. I'm so glad you've lost your jobs. Thank God Elon Musk bought Twitter. And you know what? Let's talk about something a little bit further. It's amazing to me, Mr. Roth, as the head and trust of safety at Twitter, your ability, or should I say inability, to remove child porn. Now, here's something that disgusts me about you. In your doctoral dissertation entitled Gay Data, you argued that minors should have access to Grindr, an adult male gay hookup app. Minors? Really? You know, Elon Musk took over Twitter and he banned 44,000 accounts that were promoting child porn. You permanently banned my Twitter account, but you allowed child porn all over Twitter. Twitter had become a platform, you said, connecting queer young adults. You also wrote on Twitter in 2010, can high school students ever meaningfully consent to sex with their teachers? In 2021, while you were the director of trust and safety on Twitter, an underage boy and his mother announced a lawsuit against Twitter because Twitter was benefiting from and refused to remove a lewd video featuring this boy and another minor. That is repulsive. But you violated me. What were my tweets? Okay, let's talk about them. I was talking about the deaths being reported on VAERS. By the way, that's on the CDC website. I was also saying that I didn't think any entity should enforce a non-FDA approved vaccine or mask. Guess what? A lot of people agreed with me, but you called that COVID misinformation. By the way, I'm a member of Congress and you're not. I also said the controversial COVID-19 vaccines should not be forced on our military. You want to know something? Republicans stopped that in the NDAA.
Ladies, time has expired.
And your time has expired. I yield back.
The inability to remove child porn on Twitter? Are you freaking serious right now, dude?
Disgusting.
There's already a lot of porn on Twitter, period. Twitter is one of the biggest... I've been on Twitter for a long time. Twitter is probably the number one social media platform. It's been the number one social media platform probably for the last almost decade, really.
Yeah, I think so.
And how easy it is to find porn on Twitter.
Oh, it's real easy.
It's freaking ridiculous, man. The inability to remove child porn, bro, that dude should be put in jail.
Yeah.
You should be put in prison for that garbage.
That's crazy, bro.
Twitter and pornography should not be allowed on Twitter at all.
No. But, well, yeah. We had that discussion. They don't want to admit porn's bad.
Yeah.
For the young adult man or the young
they want people
adult
to look
brain.
at it. They want people to consume it.
Yeah.
So those Twitter execs got doo-dooed on. It was hilarious. I loved every single second of it, seeing those clips.
So yeah, you should go watch that back.
Yeah, if you guys haven't watched
highlights.
See the highlights. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
That we showed you one of them. Marjorie Taylor Greene just doo-dooed on Yoel Roth. All right, guys, for the final portion of the show, let's get into some sports stuff.
Yeah,
we got the Super Bowl. Super Bowl script leaked out, guys. The Eagles are supposed to be winning 37-34, I believe.
The script's out, man.
We'll see how true it holds. The NFL's probably changing the script right now. I don't know if the script's true. I don't know, bro. I hope it's not.
Put your money on the Eagles. Just kidding.
I hate the Eagles. As a Cowboys fan, I hate the Eagles.
All right, let's go. What are your predictions?
I want the Chiefs to win. I can't. I hate the Eagles. Okay.
What score?
I'm gonna say 24. I'm gonna say 24-20. Chiefs.
Okay. 24-20.
I think it'll be a close game. The Kansas City defense is not that good. The Eagles defense has been pretty darn good. They've really been able to. Their defense has carried them big time. I mean, both offenses and defense. People really praise them and say they're really, really good. I'm sorry. Here's the thing. I still think they're a fraud. They had the easiest road to the Super Bowl that I've ever seen. I'm like, we beat the Commanders. We beat the Giants. The Giants were a fraud. The Giants should not have been where they were in the playoffs.
I'm surprised
they've gotten better, but they should not have gotten that far.
That was very surprising.
Giants were a fraud. The Eagles barely beat the Texans. They lost to the freaking Commanders. The Commanders are of a team. They've struggled against some doo-doo teams. They almost lost to the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, dude. To me, they're a fraud, man.
Yeah.
They're a fraud. Like, I think the Chiefs is probably going to be the biggest test of the entire season.
Oh, for sure.
It's not the Cowboys.
For sure.
Please. It's the Cowboys. Depending on which Cowboys you get, it's not really a test. Even as a Cowboys fan, it's not a test for them. No, it's not. Even though they played them twice this season. The 49ers, they had it wasn't even the 49ers. It was the Eagles versus Christian McCaffrey.
Basically. Well, yeah, Brock Purdy got injured. That was probably their downfall, really.
Yeah, that was the downfall right there.
Downfall.
If Brock Purdy could still throw, I think that game could have ended differently.
Yeah.
Or it would have been much closer at least.
That was a solid team, the 49ers.
Yeah, they went through, I think Brock Purdy's going to be the starter the next season. I think Brock Purdy is going to be he's there to stay. I think
he's a star.
Yeah, he's I think he being Mr. Irrelevant, he really, when he got his chance, he took advantage of it and made it known that he has ability.
Yeah.
So props to Brock Purdy, man. I hope he recovers fast, and I think he's there to stay. I think he'll be the guy in San Francisco next season.
I think so too. I was about to ask you that. I agree.
Yeah, he'll be the guy.
Yeah.
What about you? What is your predictions for the Sunday night?
Ooh, this is a good one. Not the most exciting Super Bowl to me. I think the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is just an animal, man. Like I talk crap about him a lot, but he's so good.
Guys, realize this. He's made it to NFC Championship. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. It sounds like I don't know football. AFC Championship. Every year he's been a starter. Like every single year he's been a starter. He's either seen the AFC Championship or seen the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
it's kind of
crazy. Wild. It's wild. So I think the Chiefs. The Chiefs win.
Let's
score. Let's go. I'm gonna say like 30. 30 to like 27.
I think it'll be a close game.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a close game. It's
gonna be a shootout.
It'll be an exciting game. But both quarterbacks are really good. Jalen Hurts, I'm still gonna.
They just haven't proved anything.
I'm not. Haven't proved anything.
I don't see the hype, the spark.
I don't either.
I mean, they're
the
actually,
Chiefs. I do because they've had to go through. They've played good teams like the Bills. The Dolphins were good when Tua was healthy. Freaking Bengals, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's a freaking animal too. Joe Burrow's probably one of my favorite players in the NFL. Period. Yeah. I mean, they've had a lot of adversity, man. Mm-hmm. AFC is freaking. Those guys, they got some teams that are freaking good, bro.
Yeah.
Like the Chiefs, I all respect as much as I don't like Patrick Mahomes. I don't say I don't. It's not him. It's his wife's crazy. His brother's stupid. That's why he gets a lot of hate.
Yeah.
And then I've never met a Chiefs fan until Patrick Mahomes got on that team. All of a sudden, everybody, I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan. No, you're not.
Where'd you come from?
No, you're not.
You came out the closet.
You know who Jamal Charles is? Please tell me who Jamal. If you don't know who Jamal Charles is, then don't talk to me.
It's also cool that Patrick Mahomes came from around our area.
Yeah, he did.
It's cool.
That's pretty cool. So I mean, it's not Patrick Mahomes particularly. It's just people around him.
Yeah,
piss me off.
He's probably a really cool guy.
Yeah,
Kermit the Frog.
We're playing in the Super Bowl this Sunday. It's I've either seen the Super Bowl or I have seen the AFC Championship all the years I've been a starter. My wife's she's pretty psycho. That's Patrick Mahomes. That's my Patrick Mahomes.
Oh my gosh!
But
State Farm.
Speaking of sports, we got another huge event the night before.
I'm excited.
Islam Makhachev back at it in the octagon. Who's he fighting again?
Alexander Volkanovski.
How do you feel about that fight? Makhachev just came off back in October.
A
big win against Charles Oliveira. That was wild.
That was the biggest.
We were watching that at your baby shower. Not in the baby shower. It's like wedding shower. Not yet. We're not there.
Not yet.
Not yet. Wedding shower.
Calm
Excuse me.
down. Calm down. Yeah. That was his biggest win in his career, probably. Oh, that's gonna be a good fight. They're both the number 1 pound to pound, and number 2 pound to pound,
Really?
fighting each other. Yep.
I hope Joe Rogan calls that fight, bro.
Same.
I like
Joe Rogan,
calls
please be
fights.
there.
Joe Rogan, please be there. Yes.
But
Who do you got?
Oh, I think I'm gonna go with Makachev.
Same.
That Khabib camp, they're freaking unbeatable, bro. Everybody that like comes from, under Khabib or train with him in that same camp, they're freaking animals, bro. They don't lose. They don't lose, man. So I'm gonna just, I always go against them because I'm like their fighting style, it works, but it's kind of boring to me.
Yeah.
So I always want to see them lose because I want an exciting fight.
Yeah.
So I always bet against them, but I think I'm gonna fold and I'm gonna say him.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna say Makhachev too. Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. Alexander Volkanovski's really good though too. He's more stand up. I think he has a lot of power. So obviously he's gonna want to stand up and fight. They don't want to go to the ground because if they go to the ground, Makhachev's game over.
We saw what Makhachev did with Oliveira, bro, and Oliveira went to the ground thinking that he's like, all right, come to the ground, and Makhachev said, "This is it. This is my chance to end it."
Yeah, Charles Oliveira's
ended it.
He's a killer with jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, he got on the ground. Like he got on the ground for that reason. He's like, "Come at me," and then Makhachev's like, "All right, I'll come at you,"
and submitted him
and ended it. I was like, "No freaking way, bro!" Me and your dad were like, "Oh!" all loud, bro. Everybody's all looking at us. All the ladies are like, "What is wrong with y'all?" I'm like, "Oh!"
Yeah. I hated that they had it at that weird time.
I know. Where was it at?
It's like in the middle of the day.
It was like in the Middle East, right?
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah.
Where are they fighting tomorrow?
I don't know.
I'm about to look that up.
Yeah, look it up.
Let's see where they're fighting.
It better not be like at 12 p.m. Be pissed.
That'd be boring.
Yeah.
Not boring, but I don't like when fights are in the middle of the day. I like fights to be at night.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm so excited. There's a lot of great fights coming up. John Jones is coming back. Ooh, I'm excited for that.
They're fighting in Australia.
Oh no.
But the main card's at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. I think.
Okay.
So they're fighting in Australia.
8 p.m.
The main card would be
Eastern
at
time?
8 p.m. It's not telling me. I don't know if it's.
Okay. Oh yeah, because Volkanovski is from Australia, I think.
What
It
time?
might not be.
What does it say for you?
I don't know. I wasn't looking.
Let me see. Let's see what Google says.
I'm gonna go
How's
to
that
their
go?
UFC or their page.
Let's see. Let's look it up again. Tomorrow 8 p.m. It looks like. I think it's showing me local time yet.
All right.
Tomorrow at 8 p.m. I like it. It's not like too late, not too early.
Yeah, it was not like the last Saturday.
Yeah.
That fight was late.
Yeah, it was late. And then just for Derek Lewis to lose.
That was a boring fight, man.
All the other fights before were good.
Yeah,
but...
he got doo-dooed on. Good for Spivak, though.
Yeah.
That was a big win for him.
Yeah, that was a big win for him. But, all right, guys. That's pretty much all we got for today. Thank you so much for joining us and watching us. Follow our social media, particularly TikTok right now. I think we're still trying to get all of them up, but follow our TikTok. It should be in the description of this episode.
Subscribe to our YouTube.
And subscribe to our YouTube, The 100 Show, as well. We'll leave that in the description as well. And either if you're watching this on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, we will have it in the description there.
Yep.
So,
thank you for listening and watching.
Peace out, and always keep it 100.